going? Welcome back to Mini Truck and Mayhem. For those of you who are subscribed to the channel and following what we're doing here. For those of you that don't know, if you go back onto my channel, you'll actually see what this channel is going to be all about. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw a little bit of a story out there about my truck and where it was, who built it, where it was built, and how it ended up like it has today. So this one was actually built, well, the chassis was built back in the early 2000s and engineered in 2005. So between that time bracket it was built. And it actually had a different cab and tub on it. A guy named Jacob Kelso actually built it. And he body dropped it up to the doors, and obviously by the time it was done with it, it was no good. So he scrapped it and left the chassis sitting out the back, from what I'm led to believe. And his sister, I think it was his sister, had a purple 88 Hilux. And that's where this cab actually come from. It came off her truck. And obviously the tub, this is a different tub. I'll get into that. It's a bit of a story here in a minute. So he recabbed it, put it on the bag chassis, engineered it, all that sort of stuff. I'm not too sure when. I think it was around 2009, I think he said last time I asked him, I think from memory. So anyway, it obviously he's taken it to all the shows and done all this, that with it over the years, up until I brought it last year. Yeah, last year. I brought it, was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. Last year I bought it. No, it wasn't. It was the year before. Yeah, it was the year before. Year before last. So 2024 I bought it. So I went and bought it off him. It was for sale for quite a while. It didn't sell, so I'm pretty sure he took the ads down. But I was talking to a close friend of mine, Dylan Jam, about buying a truck, and he mentioned this one was for sale up in Newcastle, which is where I'm from. And I said, right, what's the guy's name? He said, give me Kelso's name. And I went and obviously seen the truck, and it was bright purple at the time. It had 16-inch Ford Chaser rims on it with white wall tires. It looked pretty cool, you know. But it needed work, but I was happy with that because I was looking for something to play with over the years. I didn't really have any intentions of doing too much and changing too many things, but in the unfortunate events, 5 weeks after I bought it, I actually got T-boned in that side of the tub. And I was like, oh, well, that's probably that then, because from what I've been led to believe, it's actually hard to find the 88 model tubs that are in half decent condition. And anyway, so I sort of shopped around a little bit, and there was a guy down in Melbourne. He had a complete 1987 model, I think. Yeah, 1987 model single cab Hilux. And he was selling it. And I said, right, I'll buy it because it was straight, everything was straight. So that's where this tub actually come from. So it's not the original tub that Kelso put on it. This is a new one. So I bought it, got it home, was like, yep, this is sweet. And I still wasn't too sure about where we were going to go with it, like in colours and wheels and everything that ended up eventuating from that accident. But then it wasn't until we sort of started to get into it that I was like, yeah, I'm just going to take this thing down to bare metal and we're going to start again. So basically that cab, this tub, were completely bare metal down to absolutely nothing. And when we took it down to bare metal, we found quite a fair bit of rust. There was rust on that bottom left-hand corner of the window, all the way across the top of the driver's window. Down the left-hand pillar, there was a big hole that was just full of bog. Down the bottom left-hand side, on the passenger side, was all rusted out as well. So, lo and behold, here we go. We just started cutting it all out. No idea what we were really doing. We just had to go. Got all the new patch as well. Then we did it pretty well over a time period of 3 or 4 days. Like, we were smashing it out. I was having an absolute time of my life because I've always wanted to have a go, and I finally got the opportunity, and yeah, I'm glad I did it. Still stuck on colour, so it sat in bare metal for probably 4 or 5 months, just in the garage. Still unsure of, like I said, what colours, what wheels, what I wanted to do with the interior and all the rest of it. And then it sort of got closer and closer to getting its time to go into Jake Gregory at Gregory's Customs, who actually did all the body work and fixed all the things that I didn't do how they should have been done, because obviously, like I said, I'm not a panel beater or anything by any means. So he went through the whole car, basically restored it with what I gave him, and he did an absolute amazing job with everything that he did. It wouldn't be here looking like this today if it wasn't for that bloke. Take my hat off to him. He also did it in record time. He pretty well had everything done within 5 months. Sorry, he picked it up in February and I got it back in July to drive the Halfway Havoc 2025. Still wasn't finished, but it was painted. The tub floor and everything was done. The interior was done. Everything was basically done. It just needed the little things to basically finish it off body wise. And then my good friend Matt Handler decided to throw the idea out there that we probably should have welded up the tub sides so they're a one piece, not a two piece, because these tubs had a split all the way through, like a two piece tub. And he said, you do know that over time that is going to crack your paint. So I rang Jake. I said, hey dude, we've got some dramas here. We're going to weld these tub sides up. So straight away there was no hesitation. Yep, no worries, we can do that for you. That's not a problem at all. Once again, he did a lot for me in record time, got it back to me as quick as he could, and he did an amazing job. So he's welded up all these tub sides, so now they're on one piece, so that way it matches the doors and the guards, because obviously they're not two piece. So they're all one piece now. Now that that's all done, we're sort of going to move on to the next stage now. We're going to redo all the air gear, so we're going to get rid of the ASCO valves. We're going to put a valve block in it, probably an AccuAir or an airlift. I'm quite not sure yet on which way we're going to go. We're going to throw new airbags in it. Probably going to put a whole new switch controller in the cab for it as well if it needs it. He's going to upgrade the 4-link bars. He's going to redo the bag bars, and do a couple other little odds and ends, give it a tune up and that until we're ready to actually put the motor and gearbox combination in that I have sitting right behind the camera. I'll show you a bit later on what's going in it. But yes, that's a bit of a story behind this truck. It was a dream of mine to have something like this. I never thought I'd have something painted green with a yellow pearl that actually turns necessarily the whole car gold when the sun hits it in certain ways. But I'm really glad that we went down that road. The yellow pearl was actually a suggestion of Jake's. He wanted to give it a go, and I was open to it. And yeah, the idea actually paid off in my eyes. Like, I absolutely love what he did. But yeah, anyway, I'll give you a bit of a walk around the truck, and I'll show you sort of what he did, and I'll take you in and I'll show you the old tub sides. So obviously raised floor, tubs, smooth sides all the way around. I've still got to bolt that on, so pay no attention to that. Like I said, we put the 18-inch volt wheels on it, sort of semi-sec-spec style type thing. You can sort of see where obviously it's a one piece now, but yeah, so all along here was rusted out completely. Down that side was completely rusted out. Where the door hinges go had rust in it and stuff as well. So did this door, so it's all been reskinned at the bottom. But this is sort of the interior, you know. It was all black when I got it and had big cracks in the dash over there and stuff like that. But it's all been painted the same colour as the car, obviously with the two-tone, the creamy white. Did the cream carpet. This is the seat that was in it when I bought it. These are new door trims. No, I have not put that on yet, so pay no attention to that. But this is all getting retrimmed. That's getting retrimmed, and we are getting a new roof liner for it. And obviously, we're going to probably trim the steering wheel as well to match the creamy white. So these are going to be cream with the green stitching, same as the seat. And the door trims are going to be the exact same. So they're actually out of the 87 model, them ones, not the 88. As you can see, I've got the other door handle on over there. I just haven't put this one on. Mind the bottle on the ground. But yeah, so once we sort of done all that, I had a good friend of mine, Nate, who has his own sound system business, come down the day before Halfway. Put the new stereo in, new speakers, under-seat subs. Mind you, we put this whole entire car together in one night just to drive it to Halfway. That's why I said it wasn't quite finished when we... when it went, but it is what it is. We got it there and we had a good time. So yeah, so we also re-chromed the bumper bar. it was all re-chromed. The bottom lip was all fixed. It had some cracks in it, so Jake fixed all that up. Put brand new corner lights in it. We did a new grill, so that's a new chrome grill that we put in, and I sort of put a bit of thinners on there just to make the ribs chrome. All new glass in the front, new driver's door and passenger door glass. I obviously left that in the truck. It was in it when I bought it. It's been in there for a long time, I believe. Old school Australian mini truck, and I thought that was a pretty cool thing to have in there, and so I decided to leave that. But when I bought it, the original floor in the old tub was actually checker plate, and like I said, when it got smashed into and that, and I ended up with this tub, Jake worked his magic and smoothed all the sides out, built custom wheel tubs for it, smoothed all the sides across the front, and left the ribs in the middle, which I think looks amazing. He built the roll pan, so he put the roll pan, everything on it with the number plate box. Done all that. What else did he do? So here was also rusted out, so that there, we did that at home as well, and Jake sort of worked his magic around with that, with what, like I said, with what I couldn't do. Fixed all the roof. The roof was all warped, and from over time, previous panel beaters, I'm assuming, it had no integral structure in it. So that's all been done. He redid all the bonnet as well. Redone the regraft on the guards. So all that was all, not that it was bad, but obviously it was an old build. So he redone all them, put some filler pieces in underneath here to sort of close that gap a little bit, and painted that as well. Yeah, so basically that's where we're at the moment. But what I'll do is I'll actually show you. So we've got an LS2 6 litre with a 6-speed gearbox ready to go in this thing at some stage this year, to be probably after Halfway Havoc. I'm guessing that's when we'll do it. So, but anyway, I'll take you through and I'll show you the tub sides of where I actually got T-bone. Don't mind the messing in this. It's just my storage stuff for this shed. But yeah, so that's the old colour, purple. And that is where I got smashed into. Completely ruined it, ruined the sides. As you can see, all down the bottom here, and that was all smashed in, and the rail, it was actually bent, so it sort of bent it like a banana when it got hit. Lucky no one was hurt, obviously. That's about the only positive thing to it. So I actually gave these to Matt Handler. And he took bits and pieces of it. He cut like sort of corner bits out to make a little shorty tub for the donor car that I had. I actually gave that to him because I didn't need it anymore, so he got all that. But anyway, so that's that. But yeah, so that's basically about it, I suppose. I suppose we can probably, I'll just sit this back down here for a minute. Yeah, so basically that's where we're at with it at the moment. Yeah, if you like the channel and you like the stories and whatnot, obviously, you know, like I said, the truck is well known in the scene, but it's not really something that's glamoured about, which it doesn't really bother me. I just wanted to build my dream car, and here it is. And yeah, so anyway, but if you're watching this, get on, like, follow, subscribe, or share, or whatever it is that you do. And yeah, leave us some positive feedback. Cheers.